Let's go back to Jesse now to talk about these different terms that we've been hearing and will continue to hear as we go through the night tonight. I have a term for you today, Jesse. I experienced what I'm calling slain. It was a mix of sleet and rain.
I think that's a good way to say it. Slain is a great term. I think you should trademark it.
Let's make that catch on.
Yeah, we'll try to. I don't think you can't make fetch happen. All right, stop trying to make it happen. All right, so let me show you the difference between all the precipitation types we have been talking about, because we've seen sleet, we've seen slain, we've seen some freezing rain, we've seen snow, we've seen just rain, and each one obviously requires very specific conditions. So let me define a couple things for you. If you look here, the air shaded in blue is air at freezing or below. The air I have shaded in red is air above freezing. And if you look at the top here, this would be the base of the clouds where the frozen precip is falling or the snow is falling. So let's start first with snow. If the column of air where the snow is falling is at freezing or below, the snowflake can survive its trip all the way to the ground. Now let's go to the next one, which is sleet. If there's a little bit of air above freezing, well above the surface, it will melt that snowflake. It turns into a raindrop, then it re-encounters the freezing air, and we've seen a lot of this today, and it will form into a little ball of ice before making it to the surface. The other one, freezing rain. This is the stuff that everybody hates and you really don't want. We have air above freezing. The layer of that is a little bit deeper. The layer of air at freezing or below a little bit more shallow. So raindrops will fall. They get close to the surface and encounter that sub-freezing air and then refreeze into a glaze of ice on everything. And then obviously if the air is warmer than freezing above the surface all the way to the ground, just rain. The next thing I want to talk about is black ice, because black ice is a real concern going into especially Saturday morning, but also Sunday morning. Now black ice is a thin layer of transparent ice that forms on roadways and other surfaces. It makes them very slippery, and it's very difficult to see. The ice appears black because it's transparent, and the color of the pavement typically black, or if it's that grayish color, so they just call it black ice because you can't see it, and it just looks, again, invisible. It can really cause vehicles to slide and lose traction, and it leads to lots of accidents. So please make sure you're keeping in mind as we go through a little bit of melting Friday. Overnight Friday into Saturday, temperatures go well below freezing, so we'll see refreeze. So again, black ice isn't really ice. It's a very thin layer of ice, and it causes cars to slide and pedestrians to fall, and it's a very dangerous thing. So if you look, we're going to get above freezing Friday afternoon. By Friday night and overnight into Saturday, we are well below freezing. So any of the snow melt Friday afternoon will refreeze early Saturday morning. Any of the snow melt that happens Saturday afternoon will refreeze for Sunday morning, leading to black ice across the area, something to really keep in mind. So tonight we continue with icy and slick roads. The wintry mix does not end until overnight tonight. 31 degrees tomorrow, 36, several degrees above freezing. We will see a little bit of that melt. A flurry or two would be possible. In the 14-day forecast, it has 43 Saturday, 46 Sunday. That's why we'll see a good amount of melting, but lows do go to freezing or below both mornings, and we are warming back up, Jason. 57 by Thursday, 60 degrees by Friday, and then another cold front, if you look, another blast of some cold air by the time we get into that following week. So
we can handle that next blast. That doesn't look so bad anymore there. And as someone who has experienced black ice as a pedestrian and a driver, it is never good, and it is always alarming. So please be careful for that. Jesse, thank you for breaking all that down for us.